As you guys probably know by now, Nick Saban is out. Kalen DeBoer is in. We were waiting on the head coaching vacancy in Tuscaloosa to be announced before we got this preview video. And what do you say we go ahead and take care of it? We've done Michigan so far. We got plenty more teams to cover this offseason. If we can, we'll try to get every Power Five team. We might have to do multiple a day, but let's take it one day at a time and see how it goes. Christian Ballard here, Ballard Sports Media. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Really would appreciate it. It helps the channel out, helps us grow, and we definitely want to do that. That being said, oh, I forgot to make a banner on what Alabama did last year, but that's okay. Maybe we won't do that this year for the team previews. I don't think I did it for Michigan, but I got banners as far as this season in college football, which is huge because we got new TV deals, Big Ten on CBS, SEC on ABC. Then you got conference realignment, you got new schedules, updated schedules, and all that in between. I look at this, and this is going to be a tough season for Alabama. Kalen DeBoer has been announced as the new head coach for the Alabama Crimson Tide. They open it up pretty nicely with the first two games at least. Then you look at going to Wisconsin. You get your bye week, and then you open up SEC play. With that being said, I want to go ahead and just bring in the schedule here. You look at what they did last year too. Uh, it was a good year. Made the playoffs. Uh, 12-2. Of course, they lost to Michigan, who won the national title, so you can't really hang your head on that too much. But it's not the way Nick wanted to go out necessarily, but he still goes out a winner. We wish him the best of luck in retirement. Going into this, gotta mention Alabama's recruiting off the charts. Some guys are going to stick. Some guys are probably going to transfer out. They had signed some five stars, and Jalen Mbakwe is a defensive back. Julian Sayin is a five-star quarterback. Xavier Brown, Caleb Odom, Xavier Mincy. I could go down the list. Haven't really heard anything from them yet. Uh, they are enrolled at the school right now. All of the recruits. It'll be interesting to see what happens in February with signing day. Uh, Guys could flip. There's guys that are still committed. There are guys that have transferred this year. So Damani Jackson being one we talked about a couple weeks ago from USC. There's two A&M transfers, offensive tackle, defensive lineman. The defensive lineman LT Overton, Naquil Beatron is an offensive tackle. I could go down the list. That being said, let's just go ahead and get into the schedule, and we'll kind of talk about Alabama this year as we go along with Kalen DeBoer. Western Kentucky, USF, at Wisconsin, get a bye week. Open up SEC play, three straight SEC East teams, although there are no divisions now. Georgia at Vandy, South Carolina. Then you get the third Saturday game with Tennessee at Neyland Stadium. Missouri, get a off week at LSU, Mercer at OU, and then the Iron Bowl with the Auburn Tigers. And if they, you know, one of the final two teams standing, they could make the SEC championship. I'm just going to cut to the chase on that. I don't think it's going to happen. I just don't see it. I'm going to give the Atmos prediction on this video. I look at the schedule, it's going to be rough. You're going to beat teams, though. I would hope. I would hope. Jalen Miller's a quarterback. He's going to be good. You lose guys to the portal, of course. I look at what they have on their roster and everything, what they have coming back. So, out of eligibility, Jalen Key, Will Riker, Darian Dalcourt. Transfers, Tyler Buckner going to Notre Dame lacrosse, Anquan Barnes to Colorado. I could go down the list. They had maybe 20 transfers after the news of Nick Saban. Dallas Turner, J.C. Latham, Kool-Aid. Terrion Arnold, Chris Braswell going to the draft. Chase McClellan going to the draft. Justin Boydby, Jermaine Burton, Tresman Marshall, the Georgia transfer. The class of 2024 incoming guys will all be true freshmen. So this is going to be a young and inexperienced team. You're still going to have some guys out there like a Deontay Lawson on the defense that maybe Kalen DeBoer could work with. So I, I'm nervous about this season. I'll say this. Going forward for Alabama, is the expectation national titles with Kalen DeBoer? I'm sure he wants to get in there. We haven't heard his press conference yet. He's set to have it, I want to say Monday or sometime before Monday, sometime this weekend as I record this. I would say he wants to win titles. He wants to do what he did with Washington this year. He wants to go undefeated. He wants to win big time football games. He wants to have high flying offense. I think he can do that. I think he's got to find a way to recruit. I don't know how he is with recruiting. He kind of walked into a transfer portal situation with when Chris Peterson left and Kalen DeBoer comes in and all that, and he kind of recruited some of those guys at Washington, which was good. I want to see how he competes with Georgia in the SEC, Tennessee, LSU, Auburn, in state. Got to see how he does. I don't think Alabama's going to fall off completely with Kalen DeBoer. I just don't. I'll go ahead and cut to the chase. I don't want to make this video too long on you guys, but I'm gonna give a at most prediction. By the way, his record overall as a head coach, he was at Fresno State as well, 25-3. That's a heck of a record. That's pretty good. That's a winner right there. 25-3. That's good. That's real good. Cut to the chase. Look at this schedule. Western Kentucky's a win. USF is a win. Could lose to Wisconsin. Could lose to Georgia. In fact, I think they are going to lose that Georgia game. I know it's at Bryant Denny, but Georgia's Georgia. They're not going anywhere. At Vanderbilt, think they'll still be better than teams like that. South Carolina at home, still think they'll be better than teams like that. At Tennessee, got to be careful with Josh Heupel, 5-star quarterback Nico Amaloiva. I haven't heard any news on him leaving. At least you know, I'm hearing all aboard the Nico train in Knoxville. Missouri, Eli Drinkwitz did a fantastic job this year. Got to be careful with them. You get them at home on October 26th. Get a bye week before LSU. That's tradition right there for Alabama. That's how the calendar falls and everything. That's really, really good. Mercer, please beat teams like Mercer. Don't embarrass us. Just don't. At Oklahoma. Could be a loss. Could be a loss. Haven't looked into Oklahoma this year. Brent Venables comes back. Great defensive mind. Has built up good defense. Even with Dylan Gabriel this year, had great offense. The Iron Bowl. Auburn hasn't won an Iron Bowl in Bryant Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa since 2010 with the Cam back, with Cam Newton. That was with Nick Saban head coach, right? He was in year 4. Uh, this is year 1 for Kalen DeBoer. After that, we'll see if they make the SEC title. Honestly, I don't expect them to. I'm going to just cut to the chase here, give a record prediction. I would say at most, you're looking at 9-3. And I'm going to give you the 3 losses here. You could drop that Auburn game. You could drop LSU, Georgia, Oklahoma. Could lose to Missouri, Tennessee. Tennessee got you in 2022. Vandy, you got to win. South Carolina, got to win. Nothing is a guarantee for Alabama this year. We don't know. Well, Caleb DeBoer coming in, I have a lot of high hopes. Not expectations, but high hopes as a fan. I'm going to say 9-3. And the losses, if that's the ceiling, you're looking at losses to Georgia, just because Georgia is Georgia. They could go into Tuscaloosa and win. You could lose to Wisconsin on the road. Again, I don't have too much knowledge on Luke Fickell and what's coming back this year, recruiting. I can't really just give Alabama that loss. I don't know about Wisconsin right now. We'll have to look into it. When I do Wisconsin down the road, maybe I give Wisconsin a win there. I'm not trying to be perfect on all of these necessarily. I'm just giving you a prediction at that moment how I feel about a team. And right now, I see Alabama with 3 losses on the schedule at most next year. Could go somewhere between 7-5 and 9-3. That sounds crazy. I know it's crazy to say that they won't have 10 wins, but think about it. Nick Saban was the factor in all of this with Alabama. He set the standard of college football. He is the standard of coaching. Even though he's retired right now, it's going to be tough. But Georgia, LSU, Oklahoma is in Norman. It's tough to go on the road in the SEC. It's tough to go in college football. Alabama, I don't even know the last time Alabama, I don't know if they've even been to Norman, Oklahoma. LSU's on the road. Tennessee's on the road. You could drop that Tennessee game again. You could drop the Iron Bowl. You're not dropping Mercer. You're not dropping. I doubt Vandy's going to get you. Wisconsin, again, I don't know. These first two, you're at least getting a 2-0 start. You better get a 2-0 start, or Alabama fans will riot in the streets for sure. But again, 9-3, that's what I'm going to give them. I don't even know if I'm saying that's at most, at minimum. I don't know. But that's what I see on this schedule right now. Georgia, LSU, and Oklahoma could get you in year one if you're Kalen DeBoer. Is that going to tick off a lot of players? It might. Might have more transfers after the season. Jalen Milroe might not be too happy. Maybe they like Kalen DeBoer. Thing is, I know he did so well at Washington. I know. Washington's not the SEC, though. SEC is tough. Georgia's tough. LSU's tough. Auburn in the Iron Bowl. Kalen DeBoer doesn't know what he's walking into in that. Not yet. Maybe give him the offseason to, mess around and find out about Auburn and this rivalry. I'll give him a win there. I'll give him a win there. But I'm gonna say 9-3 is my prediction for Alabama in 2024. It's hard to do that. It's a hard pill to swallow. I don't want that to happen. I would love Alabama to win every single game they play as a fan. But sportscaster side, be unbiased. Be realistic. Think about it. Think about it. They're probably not going to get too far next year. You got the 12-team playoff. Even if they make it with like 10-2, or if they're lucky 11-1, they're not getting far in the playoffs. They're just not. So 9-3 is my prediction for Kalen DeBoer's first year in the capstone, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please like, comment, and subscribe to Ballard Sports Media for more sports content. I love each and every one of you. God loves you. God bless you all. Let's have a great off season on here, and then ultimately get ready for some big changes in 2024 with college football. 9-3 is what I'm going with for the Tide. Hope I'm wrong. Hope it's better. Kalen DeBoer, what can you do? We'll see. Love you guys. Peace.